Welcome back to the fourth edition of our season previews for the 2024-2025 season, presented by our friends at Saskatchewan Construction Safety Association. Today we're joined by head coach and general manager of the Nipawin Hawks, Tad Kozun. Tad, thanks for joining us today. How's everything going as we enter training camp territory?
It's been good. It's obviously getting busy now, which is obviously the exciting time. The fire in the belly starting to burn a little bit more, getting everything ready, and we're ready to go in here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, thankfully we're still doing this interview in shorts, so we're still in shorts weather now, but I know it's getting close. The hockey weather is getting closer. I can sense it. How was your summer, Tad? I know there's a lot to do in that area of the province. I love that area of the province. Anything exciting this summer? What'd you get up to?
It was good. Got to hang out with my family a lot. Try to get to the lake as much as we could, and obviously had to do some work on the farm and keep busy with that as well. So it was good. It's always nice to enjoy some downtime and be out of the rink for a little bit, but it's always nice to get back here now as well. So obviously enjoyed the summer and everything like that, but let's get let's drop the puck. Let's get ready to go here.
Yeah, I agree. You're entering your second full season, I'll say, as head coach and GM of the Hawks. Obviously you kind of had 1.5 years, let's call it, but your second full summer here. How has that helped you, and what have you taken from your first couple of years there in the recruiting side of things, and just in terms of roster construction? What's it like now going into your second full summer?
It's obviously a lot different now, where the 2006s obviously are going to be 18 years old now. So that's the first draft class that our staff was able to do. So we've obviously got the good relationships with those kids that are coming in, and we're obviously really excited to get them to be Nipawin Hawks now, as you kind of put the work in, time and time before. And it's always easier the more and more years you get, because now it's, I guess you're ahead of the 8 ball more than behind the 8 ball like we were the last couple of years. Just in terms of recruitment, obviously being a new guy on the block, guys don't know much about you. You need to get players in here. You need to obviously get your name out there and kind of show them, what the Nipawin Hawks are all about. So obviously when we started recruiting, last year for the team coming up here, it's been much easier. It's never easy, because obviously there's a lot of junior A hockey teams, but the way we're able to present how we do things and the way we go about things has been it's a much better story that we're able to tell now, and that's something we're obviously really excited about, and getting the guys that we really want to get in here, and like I kind of talked about with the 06s that we obviously have the good relationships with, and being our first draft class, this is we're really excited about the group that we've got coming in and into our future.
Yeah, you mentioned your staff. I mean, the Hawks have a couple of great guys in the scouting department. Can you tell us how nice it is to have guys like Dana Dirks and Trevor Sabo to kind of help you get through all of this and work through some of that recruiting process and put their 2 cents in as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's the amount of work that my scouts do and the staff. Dana's obviously a huge asset to our club, and does a lot of the stuff behind the scenes that it's the amount of time he takes away from his family as well as to be able to help us. It's pretty phenomenal, and that goes with all of our scouts. We're obviously all over the province, and the amount of work that they put in, the amount of hours that they put in to be able to find the players that fit the style that we want to play and how we want to go about our day-to-day business and doing all the background stuff, and that it's obviously massive, and you wouldn't be able to build a team without them. So just the work that they do it's been phenomenal, and it definitely doesn't go unnoticed.
Yeah, so let's look at some of the on-the-ice stuff now. Last season, some ups and downs with the Nipawin Hawks, I think is fair to say. But a 9th place finish, you battled for a playoff spot all the way to the end. How are you feeling coming into this season after how last season finished up?
Obviously, last year, pretty disappointed to not get in the playoffs, just how kind of everything transpired and everything like that. But the one thing that you do is you learn from it. And you got to get better from it. You got to learn from, the stuff that you want to do different and that kind of thing. And, that's obviously a big learning curve for anybody. And that's, what makes us the fire burn even more for this season. We want to make sure that we're ready to go and to take those next steps. And, we're really excited. We had a very much older team last year than we are going to do this year. But that also gets us very excited to be able to work with these young kids and help them develop and get them to the next level and do everything that it means to be a Nipawin Hawk. Because obviously the history here, and it being 40 years of the Hawks hockey now, it's it means a lot for this community and this program, and we want to make sure that we're out there and doing our best to compete for this town every single night.
Yeah, up front, I guess coming back, a guy like Finley Radloff, for example, we've talked about him a couple of times now on the shows here, that could be a possible kind of an MVP caliber type of player, 23 goals last year. Eric Hoynes had a really great year last year with the Hawks as well. What kind of, how nice is it to have a couple of guys like that coming back to kind of lean on, at least at the start of the season, who you kind of have a bit of familiarity with coming back on your roster?
It's obviously massive, especially Finn's going to be into his third year with us already. He knows what we're all about. He's obviously a hometown kid as well. He just keeps getting better and better every single year and every single day. It's really been fun to watch him develop as a player, but also as a person. When he was in obviously his grade 12 year playing with us. And, now in Eric Hoynes, he obviously came in and had a very, very underrated, quiet year that not many people really knew what he was all about. And I feel like that's going to change much different this year. Everybody's going to know when he's on the ice. And just having those guys up front to be able to lead the way and do what they're thinking. They obviously had success last year with us, and hopefully it's continued success this year. And we expect them to play big roles and really help our young kids kind of mold them into, everything that we want a Nipawin Hawk to be.
So who might be some names out there that you're excited about? You mentioned the draft class. This is your first draft class kind of that are age eligible to really get in there and make an impact. Maybe some names you added over the summer. Who are some names that you're excited to maybe get to work with in camp and see what they're all about?
I think I'm excited about everyone.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you could probably sit here and say this name or that name and that name, but I think I'm just excited about everyone. I really am. I think our scouts have done a fantastic job of finding the right players to fit into our mold and guys that want to be Nipawin Hawks. And we're just excited to get everybody into town and see what they're all about. And, I could probably sit here and name a few, but I'm really just excited about everyone. I think everybody's going to play a role on our team this year to get us to where we want to go. And, whether that's scoring goals or, defensive shutdown or whatever they need to do. And it's just something that we've got to be if you got 5 guys on your team, we've got to be that 25-man unit where everybody's pulling their weight and pushing each other every single day. And we're just super excited to get started and get to camp and see how things play out here.
Yeah, on defense, you graduated a few really solid players. I think a guy like Liam McInnes comes to mind. You acquired him at the trade deadline last year. Who are a few names that you are really looking forward to? And I know you're saying everyone, and I get that, but are there some names maybe on the blue line that you're really excited to get in there and make an impact on the team?
Well, we've got right now Henry Smith is our only returning D-man that's back on our core right now. So it's kind of the same thing. We've got some kids coming in that we're very, very excited about. There's Julian Lacroix from Saha. There's Logan Denton coming up from St. Louis. There's Liam O'Neill, who won a TELUS Cup or won the Alberta Midget AAA League with the Calgary Buffaloes. Raider Wallington's coming from, the Prince Albert Minto organization. There's, I think that's Jack Mitchell coming from the Okotoks organization. And, it's just, we're going to need everybody to come in and step up and play those big minutes. And everybody's going to have to play that role for us. Like I said, we've got that one returner right now, and it's just one of those things that we have to, I think it's one of those ones that's going to be kind of one of those, we're going to have to groom them very, very well. And it's going to be one of those things that we're obviously paying close attention to start the year to, see where we're at. But we're definitely excited about all the guys that we have coming in here right now. And they're all going to play big roles. And we're excited to see how they obviously transition to junior A hockey.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about junior A hockey is every year there's opportunities, and I always love to see who steps up and takes those opportunities and runs with it, because every year it always happens, somebody does, and then they become household names. So excited! I think it sounds like there might be some opportunities there with Nipawin. In net last year, Damon Cunningham obviously came in and had a really solid season for you guys. Who are some names that you expect to push for the starters role this year, and how excited are you about your goaltenders?
We're really excited about our goaltenders. We obviously have Tyson Endall coming back, who was with our tandem last year and proved that he can play. And we expect him to come in and take over and, push for that starting role and see how many games he can play. And then we've got Corbin Schnurr coming up the pipeline here. And, we could expect him to come here and push Endall, as much as he can for that net. And it's anybody's ball game there right now. It's, come in, push your game, and if you're hot, you're hot. You're going to be in our net starting games for the Nipawin Hawks. So we're definitely really excited about those two coming up, and we can't complain about where our goaltending's at. I know obviously losing Damon, it is what it is, but when you've got two guys like that you're going to be here, it gets us pretty excited, and we're definitely excited about where our goaltending's at for sure.
That's good to hear. Nipawin's fan support has always been so solid. I mean, the Cage is a truly iconic barn in junior hockey alone. How has the offseason gone for you guys in terms of some plans for the year, ticket sales, all the stuff on the business side of things?
It's been exciting. We obviously, it's 40 years this year, so they put the price down for how it was 40 years ago. So
nice.
Ticket sales have obviously gone up, but no, it's an exciting time. I know they've got a lot of stuff planned, with different kinds of events, especially for 40 years. And I think it's going to be a very exciting year as a Nipawin Hawk. And there's a lot of things going on within the town that haven't been released yet, but I know that it's going to be out there soon, and it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a really fun time, and we're definitely excited for the 40 years and having a lot of alumni back in town and kind of show them around and show them how things really haven't changed that much. But it's definitely going to be an exciting year with 40 years, and we're definitely looking forward to it.
That's awesome. That in the industry, friends, is called a tease. There's some stuff coming that people are going to be excited about. So that's good, Tad. Good. Now people are on the edge of their seats. Finally, last one for you, and then I'll let you get back to the prep. But obviously a championship, of course, is going to be the answer to this question. But outside of that, what are some goals, some targets for the Hawks that you have for this season on the ice?
The big thing for us is just take it day by day. I know it kind of seems cliche, but you can't look too far down. You can sit here and say you want to win a championship. Everybody wants to do that, but how are you going to get there, and how are you going to do it? It's by doing the little things right, making sure you take care of the day to day. It's getting better every single day, making sure you put in the work and find that consistency right from the start. It's not a sprint; it is a marathon. But whoever finds it first and whoever can hold it the longest is always going to be out on top. So we've just got to take it day by day. We've got to learn. We've got to develop. We've got to stick together. We've got to be that 25-man unit every single night, day in and day out. And, then the success is going to come.
That's awesome. Tad, thank you for your time today. Really can't wait for the puck to drop. As you've mentioned a couple of times here, the fire is starting to burn a little bit for sure. And we will be talking to you as the season gets underway, but good luck in training camp.
Sounds good. Thanks, Clark.